Welcome to this explainer. You know that feeling when you first start a new goal? It's like you're absolutely unstoppable, right? You hit the gym every single day for a week. You study for hours without a break. You start a new project and you've got a million brilliant ideas. But then, something kind of strange happens. The goal hasn't changed. The dream is exactly the same. The amount of work required? Still the same. But the person who was so incredibly excited just a few days ago slowly starts to put on the brakes. And honestly, the most frustrating part is that we don't even know why it's happening. People will tell you it's laziness. They'll say you lack discipline or willpower. But take a deep breath and just let yourself off the hook for a second. Because if it was just laziness, you wouldn't have been able to crush it for that entire first week. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of consistency. Think of this explainer as the psychological cure for why we quit. And trust me, it goes way beyond simple motivation.
Here's our roadmap for hacking your own brain today. We're going to cover the illusion of motivation, progress versus success, the action tracking secret, how to escape the mood trap, and finally, why systems will always beat decisions.
All right, section 1, the illusion of motivation and why we really quit.
So why do we actually abandon our goals? Look, when you give up on something, it is not a moral failing. It's not because you're weak. It's actually because of a very specific, totally unseen psychological mechanism operating quietly right inside your brain. If we don't understand this mechanism, we're just going to keep setting new goals every single year and repeating the exact same cycle of failure. The hard truth is this: your brain literally does not care about your future success. It doesn't care about the six-pack you want in 6 months or the business empire you're trying to build in 5 years. Your brain only cares about present progress.
Which brings us to section 2, progress versus success, the gamer versus the student. See, your brain is incredibly demanding. It wants undeniable proof right now that the effort you're putting in is actually working and moving you forward. Think about two totally different scenarios. You've got a gamer and you've got a student. Logically, studying for a life-changing exam is way more important than playing a video game, right? Yet a gamer can sit locked in for 6 hours straight without feeling tired, while a student gets completely distracted and checks their phone after just 30 minutes. Why is that? Is the gamer somehow more disciplined? No way. Is the student just lazy? Absolutely not. The difference is the feedback loop. The game is sending the brain constant, real-time proof of progress. Coins are dropping, levels are increasing, the rank is going up. The brain is getting instant rewards. But the student? They study for 3 hours and nothing visibly changes. The exam is still months away. The brain just loses interest because there is zero immediate, tangible proof that all this effort is paying off.
And that brings us to a really crucial concept: invisible progress. This is the growth that happens beneath the surface without any immediate visible proof. Think of a tiny seed planted in the ground. For days, maybe even weeks, you see absolutely nothing above the soil. But underground, those roots are expanding. They're getting stronger. Real growth is happening. But here's the kicker. Human brains absolutely hate underground growth. They despise it. They crave visible, physical proof. And when they don't get it, they assume nothing is happening and they literally shut off your drive.
So how do we fix this? Section 3, the action tracking secret, measuring what you control.
Listen closely here, because measuring your progress by your end results is the most dangerous trap in consistency. Think about things like YouTube views, exam marks, or business profits. You do not control these. They are future rewards. Every single day you look at those numbers and they haven't moved, your brain receives a signal that you're failing. Now think about action tracking instead. This is entirely in your control. Scripts written, pages read, daily tasks completed. You've got to stop showing your brain where you eventually want to go and start showing it exactly how far you've actually come today. Give it that visible proof it's starving for.
This shift works like magic because the brain craves momentum over large results. Consistency is exactly like riding a bicycle. Getting it moving, that initial heavy push, is incredibly tough. But once you're rolling, keeping it going is a breeze. Even if your speed is agonizingly slow, as long as the wheels are turning, your brain feels that momentum. Small daily proof creates natural consistency. You really don't need perfect results right now. You just need a visible process to keep the brain fed and happy. Section 4. The mood trap. That quiet little whisper of, "I don't feel like it." We've all felt this sudden urge to quit. You are definitely not alone in that. But I want you to completely reframe how you look at this barrier. "I don't feel like it" is not a reason. It's simply an output generated by the brain trying to preserve present comfort. Let that sink in for a moment. When you wake up and think, "I really don't want to go to the gym," your brain is just running a biological calculation.
It's weighing the effort required against the immediate reward. It's an output designed to keep you safe and comfortable.
Here's exactly how that calculation plays out. You've got present comfort, like scrolling through short videos. That requires absolutely zero effort and gives you a massive hit of instant dopamine. On the flip side, you have future rewards. Studying or working out requires high effort, and the result is delayed by months. Because your brain cannot directly experience the future, it can only feel the present. If you give it a choice in the moment, it will always prioritize the comfort of the present over the abstract reward of the future.
Section 5. Systems versus decisions, and why we need to remove your options.
The most highly consistent people out there do not fight their minds in the moment. That is a losing battle. Instead, they bypass their minds entirely. Consistency breaks because of decisions, not effort. If you wake up in the morning and ask yourself, should I go to the gym today? You've already lost. Your brain will immediately start arguing for comfort. It'll point out that it's raining, that you're a little tired, that the bed is just so warm. When you introduce options, you literally destroy consistency.
The secret weapon here is pre-deciding. Step 1, pick your essential task. Step 2, fix the exact time tonight. Step 3, execute tomorrow without thinking or deciding. If you decide tonight that you will study at 6 p.m. tomorrow, you have locked it in. When 6 p.m. rolls around, there is no debate. There are no options. You've removed the decision-making process completely, making execution a totally non-negotiable reality.
And this brings us to the ultimate takeaway from this explainer. Consistency is a game of systems, not motivation. Once you start tracking your actions instead of your results, and once you start pre-deciding your tasks the night before, you completely stop relying on how you feel. You lock in success by making it automatic. You step right out of the illusion of motivation, and you step into a rock-solid system that guarantees you're gonna keep moving forward day after day.
I'm going to leave you with one final, powerful question to think about. What is the one non-negotiable decision you will lock in tonight? Don't just ponder it, make the choice right now. Pre-decide your action for tomorrow, take motivation completely out of the equation, and let your new system do the heavy lifting. I would absolutely love to hear what decision you're locking in, so take a second to share it with us. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Start tracking those actions, eliminate those in-the-moment decisions, and I will see you in the next one.